Grandpa, how do you prepare the roast?
All right, when we get at this point, there's things, like I said, ligaments and things that are never going to get soft to eat. And like all this extra skin here around the neck, and it's just a lot of fat, and it really wouldn't do the roast any good, but it would help the soup. Don't forget, let's go back a couple hundred years. When they had a turkey, went out and shot a turkey and brought it home, they didn't want to just eat the meat off it and throw the bones away. Oh, they did some of it, but what I do, I bone it out, and I make my soup out of it. Then, when I strain it, like you do any other kind of soup, and then with bones or anything in it, you run it through the strainer. Then I take any of the fat that's left or any of the cartilage that is edible for a dog, and I fry it down in the frying pan. I make what they call chitlins out of it. Now, the dog loves that more than you can imagine. So when we get done with this turkey, at 59 cents a pound, and it serves 30 meals, well, how can you go wrong? It's just a bird, you know, and that's what we want, is to make our money stretch a little bit farther. I think this piece is okay here. You kind of look at it, make sure everything's all right. There's no blood spots or anything like that, or where blood's been circulating. But normally, when these turkeys are processed, they don't. They're really fast, really efficient. So, I get a little piece on here. We don't want that in there. But it's good enough to. It's just a little vein someplace, but. And it's make good turkey bone soup. All right. Now, like we said before, the breast is pretty dry. The only thing that's got a lot of moisture in it is the thighs. So if we add some chicken thighs to it, this is a pack of boneless chicken thighs that you buy at any store. You buy them on sale. What the heck? They're not that expensive. And that's what you want to try to do, is buy a lot of this stuff when it's on sale, because you get twice as much for your money that way normally. And if you got to have a place to keep it, but most people have got freezers anymore in their house, so they can keep it in their freezer. I cut some of this fat off because you don't need all this fat on there, but not for the roaster. If we were going to make chicken soup out of this, chicken soup stock, I would leave it on, but we're not, so I'll take that off and put that in the soup. Yep. And again, like I said, a good sharp knife doesn't hurt. And if you use it enough, you can tell when it starts to get a little bit dull. So you get back on your steel and put those things back in order, straight in line again. So it's as sharp as it's going to be. Yeah, a lot of times people like a fresh turkey, and but there's not much difference if you thaw out a frozen turkey or a fresh turkey. They're basically about the same, but some people can say they can taste the difference, so maybe they can. I don't know. I never could myself, but it doesn't matter it's whatever you prefer. Fresh turkeys are twice as much as the frozen turkeys, so whatever you want to spend your money on. Sometimes stores I know when they run low on fresh turkeys, or they don't buy a lot of them, and they sell a lot of them, they'll thaw out the other turkeys, the frozen turkeys, to sell those fresh turkeys. So and nobody could ever tell the difference. Not that we ever did that. I'm speaking from somebody else's experience. There. Hey. Just about there. About ready to put this turkey roast together. Well, yeah, I guess we're going to put it together. A lot of times we like to brine things, and we're going to brine the whole roast this time rather than the individual pieces of it. So, and that's just salt in water. So we'll make it, get it all done, get another crock pot out, put some salt in it and some water, and that's all it's going to take.
What does that do?
What that does, it helps tenderize it a little bit and gives it a little flavor. Keeps the moisture in the meat a little bit longer. But it doesn't make it salty or anything to speak of. It has to make a little difference, but not that much. Of course, me, I'm a what's known as a salt freak anyway. But I get to the point now where I don't salt everything before I taste it. I usually taste it first. Then I salt it. But, okay. We're getting there. The next thing I like to do is I like Lowry's seasoning salt. And onion salt and garlic salt to season the inside. As you can see, we're home here in our kitchen, so you should have a lot of this stuff yourself.
Doesn't matter what you use to season?
No, whatever you might like for seasoning. Maybe you don't like seasoning salt. Maybe you don't like all this stuff. But whatever you like for seasoning, you can fix yourself. What it does to me, the Lowry seasoning salt seems to give it that flavor after a day or two. And it just really makes it come out to a good flavor. You don't really taste it salty or anything like that, but it just gives it a good flavor. Sometimes they don't want to come out. And I just salt everything, not really bad, hard, but just so there could be some flavor in there. I don't have a scale, we couldn't do this, but I would definitely say that out of the 2 or 3 pounds of turkey and chicken thighs that we started with, we'll have a good 10 to 12 pound roast when we're done. And that'll feed a lot of people. And now Thanksgiving is tomorrow, we'll make this soup today. What I like to do is make the soup and let it stand overnight. Then any of this extra fat on it, we can scoop off in the morning, so it's pretty fat free, but it sure is tasty. You don't want to get all the fat off because a lot of the flavor's in the fat. All right, there. Now we got to figure this out so we can put this through the can and make a nice roast out of it. I'll put some more of this on when we do on the outside. No, I'm not gonna put it on now because we're gonna salt brine it. So, all right. So we'll take this, our old can that we were gonna throw away. Take our zip nut. I guess it's real good. Take our zip nut. As you can see, I do a lot of roast. I have in my time. Wants to get away from me. If you cut it a little bit long, it doesn't matter because you can cut off the ends when you're done. So I like to stuff it through this side here where it's got to come through a little bit tighter. And here it comes out the full size. I'm going to do that again the other way. Okay. I know I got more than enough, but better be safe than sorry. Okay. So we start with this guy here. Fold them all together, like you should be. Let's put a couple of chicken thighs in there. Keep that thing good and moist. If it don't succeed at first, well then we'll try again.
Again, another life lesson.
Another life lesson there, yep. Try to keep our skin on the outside, so when we put it on the rotisserie, it'll be out there. There we go. And let's throw in a chicken thigh. Already it's starting to come out the bottom. The roast is starting to take shape. Looks like I don't know what I'm doing, but I got kind of an idea here. Okay, here we go. Keep our skin to the outside. A couple of these in there. Now that's going through on its own now. Oop. A little bit too fast there. Yes. And what do we have? Get all done here. We have a roast, a little roast. That you can manipulate. Tighten it together. You hold this in and push this back and work it up here to make it tight. And there. That's a nice rolled roast that you can put in the oven, or we put ours on a rotisserie. So, but either way, you got a nice rolled roast there. And you got all this other meat, all those other bones and things for the turkey bone soup. Hey, how's that look so far yet, huh?
It looks wonderful.
That looks great, doesn't it? So what I want to do is tie these guys in here so they don't that doesn't get any bigger. Yeah. Now cut this off, we put it on the rotisserie tomorrow. It's extra. But what it'll do, it's pretty warm right now because we've had it thawing out. We'll put it back in the refrigerator, not in the freezer necessarily. In the refrigerator, it'll harden up. So it'll be just a nice solid roast by tomorrow. Doesn't that make a nice roast?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's wrong with that, huh? And where'd it go? Yep. Everything seems to be in order. Right where it should be. Okay. Well, let's do it then. What I do is, I have it right here in my, let's get it put in the drawer here. And I did. Everybody should have some freezer wrap around their house. Because you wrap things twice in freezer wrap, it lasts twice as long. Or if you put it in a bag and you wrap it in freezer wrap, it'll last, several years probably sometimes. If the refrigerator is down below zero, well below zero, your freezer is well below zero, I mean.
Nobody's believing that.
All right. Let's get that. Everything's tough. Take out 2 pieces. And do that right here. The roast right here. Roll it up. There. All ready for tomorrow. Let me grab a pan here. It shouldn't leak, but one of these things you just never know. There. I'll take right out, put them in the refrigerator.